Hi guys, today we are going to discuss the Motor Vehicle Amendment Bill 2016 as part of our UPSC Current Affairs series. And before I do that, I would briefly like to introduce myself. I'm JAWWAD KAZI, Center Head and Faculty at the Unique Academy. I have published some books, one on current affairs, another one on India Yearbook Notes. I'm a former officer with State Bank of India and was twice earlier selected as auditor in GAG. I have studied management as well as postgraduate diploma in mass media. Friends, this particular bill, the Motor Vehicle Amendment Bill, was introduced in Lok Sabha by the government in the month of August. It actually intends to amend the earlier Act of 1988. This bill provides for the standards for motor vehicles, the grants of driving licenses, and the various penalties associated with non-compliance of these rules. Friends, you might be wondering as to what is the need of passing such a bill at this point of time. I would just like to briefly draw your attention to this set of statistics, and they speak for themselves. India has a share of 2% of world's vehicles, and in comparison to that, उसके बनिस्बत अगर आप देखें तो 11% of road fatalities world over take place in India. So that's a hugely disproportionate share of road fatalities that India has, and India is also believed to be second highest in terms of fatalities in the world after Russia. And moreover, the young in the age group of 15 to 29 are the most highly affected by these fatalities. India is also the signatory of the Brasilia Declaration of the World Health Organization. This particular declaration aims to reduce the fatalities by 50% by the year 2020. So in the next 5 years, India aims to reduce these fatalities by at least 50%. Let us now see some of the important provisions of this particular bill. As per the provisions, central government is allowed to recall motor vehicles if there is a damage to the environment or the driver or other road users. So if the government feels it can be the case, then it can recall the motor vehicle. And not just that, the manufacturer is supposed to reimburse the full cost, or he has to replace the vehicle with another vehicle of similar or better specification. If the manufacturer fails to comply with various construction or maintenance related standards, then in that case a hefty punishment or fees of rupees 100 crores can be levied upon him, and there is also a provision for imprisonment of up to 1 year or both. So you can see the provisions, the penalty provisions in this particular bill are relatively very strong. Further, this bill talks about a motor vehicle accident fund. The aim of this fund is to provide compulsory accident insurance to all road users in the country. Every single road accident victim will also be entitled for cashless treatment during what is medically known as the golden hour. The bill also defines this hour, this golden hour. It is the first 1 hour following the traumatic injury, during which the likelihood of preventing the death through prompt medical care is believed to be highest. Further, this particular bill has also enhanced the provisions of punishment for various crimes. For example, in case of death because of hit and run cases, there earlier the punishment stood at 25,000, but now that has been raised to 2 lakh rupees. Driving under the influence of alcohol would have earlier attracted a fine of 2,000, and that has now been raised to 10,000 rupees. If an offence is committed by juvenile, then this particular offence is not only recognized, but also the guardian or the owner of the vehicle have to prove that this particular offence happened without their knowledge, or they had exercised due diligence to prevent the offence. The quantum of punishment for various other violations has also been further increased. The bill has also included the category of Good Samaritan, who is a person who renders emergency medical or non-medical assistance to a victim at the scene of the accident. The condition is that such help has to be in good faith, voluntarily, and without expecting any reward in return. Such Good Samaritans will not be liable for any criminal or civil action for injury or death of the victim. Very often people don't come forward to help in such accident scenarios, because of foreseeing some sort of legal complications later on. So to change that, Good Samaritans have been made, not liable for such criminal or civil action later on. Friends, broadly speaking, the underlying themes of this particular bill are improving road safety, citizens' facilitation while dealing with the transport department, strengthening of rural transport, increasing last mile connectivity and public transport, automation and computerization, and more importantly, enabling online services. Recognizing the recent trend of various aggregator services, this particular bill also defines what an aggregator service is. It is meant to be a digital intermediary or marketplace that provides the service for connecting the driver and passenger. The Ola and Uber and such other service providers would fall under this category, and after this bill comes into force, or when it becomes an act, they must first of all be registered, and they also have to comply with the Information Technology Act 2000. So that was a brief summary of Motor Vehicle Amendment Bill 2016. Hope you found it useful. Do like and share this video and subscribe to my channel. We can stay connected over Facebook as well as email. Thanks for watching. Take care.